Questions tonight from the Fox 5i team about thousands of dollars supposedly spent to help crime victims. Instead, Hall County Solicitor Stephanie Woodard repeatedly used government money for personal expenses, even her dog's cremation.
Fox 5i team reporter Randy Travis joins us now with what he uncovered. Randy.
Courtney and Tom, Woodard has been in office since 2008. She makes $108,000 a year. She has many friends in law enforcement and courthouses across the state. I've talked to some of them privately. They are stunned by what we found.
Good people make bad choices and find themselves in a circumstance they didn't intend.
In this YouTube campaign series from 2014, Hall County Solicitor General Stephanie Woodard explains why she loves her job and cares about crime victims.
It's a relatively new development for there to be victims' rights.
She certainly likes to spend public money in the name of victims. Her office sponsors a needy family each Christmas. But we looked at more than $7,000 in other expenses Woodard says was spent to help victims or witnesses of crimes. Nearly $100 for 10 baseball caps, embroidered with the number 83. $160 for Elite 7 Active Sport earbuds from Best Buy. $352 for Quiet Comfort headphones from Best Buy. Pillows, jewelry repair, visits to antique shops. And we're just getting started. Woodard prosecutes misdemeanors here in Hall County. DUIs, simple assault, domestic violence. She's an elected official, but she still has to justify how she spends government money. We examined receipts from January 2021 to September of this year and found little evidence any victim getting direct help. Last year, Hall County reimbursed Woodard $190 for a dog cremation, supposedly a dog connected to a crime victim or witness.
I keep records of everything. If you ask me where something went, I can tell you.
And Rick Farmer can tell you this. Precious Memories Crematory did not do business with any crime victim from Hall County.
I don't have any victim that owes me any kind of money, so that charge would have to be for this.
This, a record showing Farmer actually cremated Woodard's dog.
And it was paid to me for her dog.
It's not like Woodard didn't know she got reimbursed. Here's the check from the county. The description is clear. So the county paid for the cremation of the solicitor's own dog?
If that be the case, that's way wrong.
That's not all. In July, Woodard used her county-issued purchase card to pay for an SAT prep course, $1,430. Woodard blacked out the name of the supposed victim being helped. A month later, Hall County paid $215 for someone to take the LSAT next year, a test you'd need to get into law school. According to Woodard's notation, it was for a victim in Project Yet. Woodard is on the board of Project Yet, a nonprofit whose aim is to help young adults transition into adulthood. But the president of Project Yet told the Fox 5i team she knew of no client interested in taking the LSAT. So who is? Perhaps Woodard's own daughter. In this May Facebook post about her daughter, the solicitor wrote, she is contemplating taking the LSAT next year. We asked the solicitor to sit down and talk to us about all this. She declined. Instead, she sent us a statement saying, unfortunately, some personal education expenses and other items submitted were confused as victim expenses by mistake and have since been reimbursed by me personally.
When we're talking about elected officials, we want transparency in government. And we want the giving out of county monies, public monies, not to be ripe for abuse.
Decatur attorney Max Hurst spent 7 years working in the DeKalb County DA and solicitor's offices. Did you ever pay for a victim's jewelry to be repaired?
No.
How about buying a garden gnome?
No.
If these were personal education expenses, why did she black out the name when she gave them to the county?
Ultimately, that's a question for an investigator or a jury to answer.
He believes multiple people should know the victim's identity if they're getting public money, not just the prosecutor who's being reimbursed. Finally, there's this year's Prosecuting Attorneys Council Summer Conference at Jekyll Island. Woodard submitted an expense report to Hall County for food and parking. She then filed an identical report to the conference organizers for the same expenses. She got reimbursed twice. A long list of decisions from a longtime elected official people here thought they knew.
Sounds like she owes the county some money and a whole bunch of other people a big apology.
In response to our questions, Woodard did pay back some of the money we uncovered, about $2,000 worth. That includes the LSAT and SAT payments, the pet cremation, and something we didn't point out,
a $65 bottle of wine she ordered at a work dinner out of town. She ran unopposed in the Republican primary this year, and she is unopposed next year in the general election.
It sounds from her response as if she's chalking this up to a mistake. You talked about these duplicate expense reports. I mean, could that amount to a crime?
She signed on each report that she swears that these expenses are basically true and subject to criminal penalties. So the answer to your question is yes. I actually contacted Hall County, talked to their spokesperson, and said, is it a violation of county policy to get reimbursed twice for the same expense? And they said, no comment. It seems like that would be a pretty easy question to answer.
You wonder how somebody in such a high-profile position can allegedly act so recklessly.
Not just once or twice either, Tom.
Thanks, Randy.
I'm sure this isn't the last we'll hear about this. All right, Randy, thanks.
Okay.